Barring a major upset, it looks like the Republicans are taking a majority in the House, and that makes it time to dust off our impeachment question sets. Question 1. How likely is it that Joe Biden was consulted about and perhaps profited from his son Hunter's overseas business deals, including at least one involving a company in mainland China? 60% of likely voters say it was likely, including 44% who say very likely. Only 17% say not at all likely. Though those results are astounding, we've actually asked that question before. In September, actually, and the number hasn't really changed. Here are the party breakdowns. 81 to 15% Republicans say it is likely Joe Biden profited from China, but the numbers are 59 to 28% among independents. 3 times more independent voters say it is very likely as say it is not at all likely, and even a plurality of Democrats, 43 to 42%, say it's likely. Only 30% of Democrats can wrangle up the courage to say it is not at all likely Joe Biden profited from his son's deals. There's been a lot of talk about what the Republicans plan to do if they regain control, and it's been focused mostly on initiating investigations of real substance, making sure that impeachment isn't being used as just a political tool, which some say it's been used as in the past. But what do voters think? Have they already seen evidence worthy of impeachment out of the Biden administration? Well, here's a question that we've never asked before. How likely is it that, since he became president, Joe Biden has committed high crimes and misdemeanors that would justify impeachment proceedings against him? 49% say likely, including 31% who say very likely. Only 28% say not at all likely. 74% of Republicans say likely, but also half of independents and even 27% of Democrats. Only 51% of Democrats and 25% of independents say it's not at all likely. That is absolutely stunning. Let's just recap for a moment. Nearly half of all voters, and way more voters than who say they'd vote for Biden in a hypothetical Trump rematch, think it's likely Biden committed impeachable offenses. And that's using the same methodology and nearly identical weightings with which we predicted his 2020 popular vote win. Final question. If Republicans win control of Congress in this year's election, how likely is it that they will impeach President Biden? 54% of voters think it's likely, including 22% who say very likely. 32% say not likely. That may seem low, but we've asked this question in September, and then only 47% said likely, while 43% said not likely. Overall, that's an 18-point swing in just 2 months. It seems that voters are coming to terms with the fact that the Republicans might be serious about impeachment. Finally, one quick blast from the past. Why all this talk about impeachment? It's because, as recently as October, a majority of voters supported impeaching Biden. 52% to be exact, and that includes 77% of Republicans, half of independents, and even 32% of Democrats. I'm just going to leave this up for a second so you can take it in. Only 13% of Republicans strongly oppose impeachment, but also only a quarter of independents and not even half of Democrats. Is that an eye-opener to you? If so, that's because you've been getting too much mainstream news. Follow us for more honesty about what America really thinks. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to us here and follow us on Twitter. Thank you.